Today we are doing 45 amazing home hacks that you need in your life. Our first home hack, you guys, I cannot believe I've gone my entire life without knowing. On your paper towel holder, you have this little metal piece. I always thought it was there to keep your paper towels from unraveling or to help you rip it. Well, let me show you what else you can do with this metal piece right here. We're gonna walk on over to my pantry, and in my pantry I have some shelves. So I'm going to take my paper towel holder and I am simply going to slide it onto the shelf. Now I can take my paper towels and roll them down, and they roll down so smoothly. So if you are looking to save some countertop space or get your paper towels up off the shelf, just slide it on a shelf above and voila, you've got a space saver. You can buy tension rods for just a few dollars at Walmart. What I'm going to do with my tension rod is I'm going to put it in the front part of a drawer in my kitchen. So I sized it to the size that I needed so it would be tight in my drawer. Then I'm going to take a whole bunch of measuring cups and I'm going to put them in between the tension rod and the front of the cabinet. I'm putting the cups in handle side down and the cup above the tension rod. You can put them in ranging from largest to smallest. You could even put some measuring spoons in there. This is a great way to utilize unused space in a drawer in your kitchen. It's a cheap, easy way to organize your measuring cups. Our next hack is also going to help us to organize our paper towels. This week, we are having a family reunion at our house, and I'm going to have 15 people staying here the entire week. So we're going to be outside a lot, doing a lot of fun things, but it's hot, so we're going to be having a lot of snacks, popsicles, all kinds of stuff. So having paper towels outside is going to be essential. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a hanger. This is just a plain white hanger and some wire cutters. I'm going to cut this hanger right in the middle. Okay, now it's open like this. I can slide my paper towels right into this hanger like this, and now I can take this outside and we can have paper towels outside. So this is going to be great for snacks. This is also going to be awesome if you had a project going on in your garage, you wanted a temporary place to hang some paper towels. Just get a plastic hanger, put your paper towels on it, and you have a great organizer. After you brush your teeth, your toothbrush is obviously wet, and you can buy those little cap covers to cover the bristles, but they get kind of slimy and grimy, and your toothbrush head doesn't dry out very well. So this is what you can do. Get a paper clip, put it around the neck of your toothbrush, and now you can place it on your countertop and your bristles can dry efficiently. I love shopping at the Dollar Tree. They have some amazing items that are perfect in storage and organization. I picked up a cooling rack, and we are going to use this to store our jewelry in the closet. So I got our cooling rack and 2 command hooks. I placed the command hooks on the wall in my closet. Then I took my wire rack and placed it on the command hooks. This is a great way to organize your sunglasses. You can just slip them right over one of the wires. You can also put some necklaces on there. All you need to do is unclasp the necklace, put it around one of the wires on the cooling rack, and then reclasp it. You can also do some bracelets. You put it on just the same way, unhook it, slip it over the wire rack, and then clip it back together. You can also put some earrings on there, and the way that I'm going to do that is with some binder clips. I took 2 binder clips and I put them on the bottom portion of this cooling rack. Then I grabbed some dangly earrings and then slid them onto the binder clips. If you have some wall space in your room or in your closet and you need extra storage to either display or organize your jewelry, this is a great hack. When I travel, I do not like to put my dirty shoes next to my clean clothes in my suitcase. So what I can do is get a plastic Dollar Tree shower cap and slide my shoes right inside of the shower cap. What I love about it is that there's elastic around the bottom of the shower cap, which will hold the shoes nicely inside. You can put these inside of a suitcase, or if you're changing your shoes later on and want to put them inside of a purse, this is a great hack. Next up, we are going to use a paper towel holder in a very unique way. Now, I already have mine, so this is the one that I'm going to use, but you can get paper towel holders at the Dollar Tree. So we are going to use this to store some hair accessories. I don't know about you, but we have a lot of headbands and bows and rubber bands in the bathroom, and they tend to get scattered everywhere. So we are going to organize those today. So I took the paper towel off of the paper towel holder, and then I grabbed my headbands and I put them around the center rod of the paper towel holder. I added a whole bunch of headbands to the paper towel holder, and then I grabbed a stack of rubber bands and placed those on the center rod as well. Once everything was in place, I popped the topper back on, and now I can take this and place it underneath the sink in my bathroom. Another storage option for a paper towel holder is to organize your belts. I have a whole bunch of belts, and what I'm going to do with them is just, again, wrap it around the center rod on my paper towel holder. You can stack them up. You can add a whole bunch of belts to this paper towel holder. Now you can store these belts on a shelf in your closet. You can put them on top of a dresser. You could put them on the ground in your closet if that's the space that you have, but at least your belts will be organized. You can see exactly which one you want and pull it off that paper towel holder. Dollar Tree chopping mats can be used for so many other things besides just cutting up your vegetables. I've used them in a variety of different ways. I've actually made signs out of these chopping mats before, and today we are going to use them in some organization. How might you ask? I'm going to use this to organize some fabric remnants. I don't know about you, but I have a whole lot of remnant pieces of fabric and I don't know what to do with them. I'll fold them up and put them inside of a storage bin, but they tend to get it's a mess, right? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of these fabric remnants and I'm going to wrap them around these chopping mats. So I folded my fabric into thirds so it would fit on the chopping mat, and then I just wrapped it around these chopping mats. Then I took a straight pin and I pinned it in place. That way it wouldn't come unraveled. So I did this with several pieces of remnant fabric. Now I can take my organized pieces of fabric and put them inside of a drawer somewhere. Do you see how thin that is? I can put them inside of my storage bins now, and I can pull them out. You could even put these inside of a filing cabinet if you wanted to file all of your fabrics. This would be a great way to do it. There are a lot of different ways that we can store this fabric now that it's organized and on these chopping mats. We like to do overnight oats a lot at our house, but sometimes pouring the oats into the jar can get pretty messy. So what you can do is you can make a funnel out of wax paper. Just get a piece of your wax paper, roll it into a funnel. Now I've got my funnel inside of my jar. Now I can take my oats and I can pour it straight in and they will not spill. This is also great for storing like hardware. If you've got some nails that you want to put into a jar, things like that. Having a little funnel like this made from wax paper is perfect. I see shower caddies all the time at the Dollar Tree, and so I picked one up and we are going to use it for something other than the shower. I'm going to put it on a command hook. You can do it in your closet, you can do it in your craft room, you can do it on a blank wall. And what we're going to do is we're going to organize some of our craft supplies. So I got some vinyl and I put it in the upper portion of the shower caddy. And then on the hooks on the bottom, I put some scissors, a ruler, some floral wire, and some tape. And then on that little mini shelf, I put some tape in there. I have a whole bunch of rolls of tape, and it was the perfect size for these rolls of tape. You could get a whole lot of these shower caddies and then line them up on the wall in your craft room, and it would keep all of your supplies organized. Another way that you can use this shower caddy is to, again, use a command hook and put it on the wall in your pantry or inside of a cabinet. If you did this, you could put some spices in there. If you have spices and you don't have a place to put them, this is a great solution. So I grabbed some larger bottles of spices and I put them in the upper portion, and then I got some smaller ones and I stuck those in that little shelf underneath. These shower caddies are great for small item organization. Did you know that you can clean your car headlights with some WD-40? My teenager's car has the grimiest, the dirtiest, the foggiest headlights that you've ever seen, and we definitely need to clean them. So what I'm gonna do is take my WD-40 and spray it onto the headlights. I could see an immediate change. Once the headlight was covered in the WD-40, I took a clean rag and I wiped the WD-40 all over the headlights. The WD-40 can clean car headlights because it contains solvents, which can dissolve the grime, dirt, and the oils that accumulate on the surface of the headlights over time. Once that headlight looked clean to me, I moved on to the other headlight and did the exact same thing over there. You guys, check out these results from the before to now. They were cleaned in a matter of minutes and the results are incredible. When you buy fruits and vegetables at the store, they look pretty clean, right? So you bring them home, you might rinse them off, and you think that you're good to go. Well, let me show you what I did with my strawberries. I got a container. This container has a strainer and I purchased it for a few dollars at Burlington Coat Factory. I added my strawberries to this strainer and then I filled it up to the top with water. You want your strawberries or whatever fruit that you're using to be able to be submerged in the water. Then I took a tablespoon of baking soda and I sprinkled it over the top of the strawberries. Then I mixed it up really well. At this point, you're just gonna leave it alone for 20 minutes. Once the 20 minutes was up, I came back and I removed the strainer from the container. You guys, look at that water. That's so gross. When you add baking soda to water, it can break down and remove dirt, debris, and pesticide residues from the surface of the fruits and vegetables. So I dumped this dirty, dirty water and then I rinsed off my strawberries really well and then added them back to the container. Now I feel very confident about feeding my family these strawberries because I know that they are clean and pesticide free. I love this multifunctional pant organizer. I use it in my closet for not just pants, but for skirts as well. What we're gonna do with this organizer today is we are going to hang our tablecloths. I have a whole bunch of tablecloths in some drawers and they tend to get wrinkled when they're pressed in there up against each other. It's not a very big space. And so we're gonna hang them on these pants organizers. So I took my tablecloths, I folded them into thirds, and then I wrapped them around the stainless steel bars on this pant organizer. Each rack can hold up to 5 tablecloths, and as you know, tablecloths can be pretty heavy, so you want these to be really sturdy, which these are. You could hang these in an empty closet. They're actually slender enough that you could hang them in the back of a closet too. All you need to do is unhook one of the sides of this pant organizer and it will drop down, which will give you a lot more space so that you can organize these but not take up too much space. Now I can keep my tablecloths pristine, keep them from getting wrinkled. I will definitely be keeping my tablecloths on these stainless steel clothes racks from now on. When I was a child, we used to wash our windows with newspapers. My mom would save the newspapers that came to the house every single day. Once they were done reading them, she would make a pile of these newspapers and we would use them to wash windows. So we're gonna do something very similar to that today. But first, let's make an all-natural window cleaning solution. What I did was I got some vinegar and some water and I mixed it equal parts. I did 1 cup of water and 1 cup of vinegar, and then I added it to a Dollar Tree spray bottle. I put a funnel in the spray bottle and then I poured my mixture in there and I made a mess. I spilled it all over the place, but that's okay. If you're gonna spill something, spilling a cleaning solution is a great thing to spill. Now I have this cleaning solution that I can use on my windows. Let's go back to the newspaper. I don't see newspapers very often nowadays. You might get the ad that comes in the mail, but not like in the good old days, right? Where you got the newspaper every single day. Well, this is an alternative that you can use for newspaper. You know when you go to the store and you buy something fragile, a vase, a jar, and they wrap it up in this butcher paper? Well, we're gonna use this butcher paper as a substitute for newspaper today. So I went outside and I sprayed my window in my all-natural cleaning solution, and then I took this paper and I began to clean off my window. Paper is effective in reducing streaks and leaving a clean finish because the paper fibers act as a mild abrasive that can remove dirt and grime without scratching the glass surface. You can see that this butcher paper is doing a great job because look at how dirty it is. After I had wiped down my entire window, it looked fantastic. There were no streaks anywhere. So not only does this cleaning solution work magically, but the newspaper still works as well, which is perfect for cleaning, and it also makes me feel very nostalgic. I have a whole bunch of wooden spoons that I used to cook with on a regular basis, and typically I just wash them off and then put them in the dishwasher and call it a day, right? Well, did you know that your wood spoons can harbor bacteria and oils? So what I do is on the occasion, probably once a month or so, I get a pot of boiling water and I put my spoons in this boiling water. I'll leave them in there for 20 minutes. Boiling water can reach a temperature that's high enough to disinfect and remove any dirt or particles on the surface of the wood spoons. After the 20 minutes was up, I removed my spoons and look at this water, you guys. It's so dirty. And in my mind, these were clean spoons going into the water. So once a month, take your wooden spoons, put them in some boiling water. This will sanitize them and remove those hidden dirt, oils, and liquid. I am always looking for different ways to store my paintbrushes and makeup brushes, and I want to do it in a pretty way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a glass jar. This is a gorgeous glass jar and it's the perfect size. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some vase filler beads inside of this glass jar. Just poured them right inside, and now I can take my paintbrushes and put them inside of this glass jar. The beads will hold them upright and keep them from falling over. I added a whole bunch of paintbrushes to this jar. Again, if you did not want to do paintbrushes, you could absolutely keep this in your bathroom to store your makeup brushes. That would be so pretty to have your brushes stored like that in a beautiful glass jar. So once all my brushes were inside, I just popped the lid back on. This is so pretty, and it's such a unique way to store your brushes. You could place this in your craft room as a beautiful decorative piece now, and the same thing in the bathroom. You could put it by your sink and it would look beautiful. If you're anything like me, you have a gazillion cupcake liners because you get some cute cupcake liners, but you don't use the entire package, so you have leftovers. I have seasonal cupcake liners. I have different sized and colored cupcake liners, and they just get tossed into a cabinet somewhere. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna organize these cupcake liners in some food storage organizers. I have a tall one and a medium-sized one. I popped the lid off and I added my cupcake liners inside of these containers. They hold a whole lot of cupcake liners, as you can see. Once my large one was filled up, I put the lid back on. These lids are great because they have hooks so you can clasp them on there really tightly. And then I added 2 rows of the mini cupcake liners to the medium-sized container. Once everything was done, I put the lids back on, and now I'm able to store my cupcake liners in my cabinets in a space-saving way. Between the 6 of us living at this house, there is always at least one pair of shoes that needs to be cleaned. This easy cleaning solution helps me clean these dirty shoes every single time. All you need to do is get a spoonful of baking soda, a spoonful of dish detergent, and a spoonful of toothpaste. Put it into a bowl and mix it up until it becomes a paste. Before I put it on, let me show you what these shoes look like before. They are dirty, they have scuffs on them and some discoloration. Now we're going to take our paste and a toothbrush, and we're going to wipe this cleaning solution all over these shoes. I'm going to scrub really hard with my toothbrush. Then I took a clean cloth and simply wiped away this paste. Look at the difference between the shoe that I've cleaned and the shoe that I haven't cleaned. It's a dramatic difference. So I moved on to the second shoe and I repeated that same process until I got these beauties. Look at how much better these shoes look, you guys. It was so easy to do. It took me maybe 2 minutes. It was super cheap and zero effort to make these shoes look brand new. The cord on my KitchenAid has a mind of its own. It just goes everywhere and I don't know how to wrap it up. What do you can't wrap it around like the neck. I don't know. It's a mess. So we're going to organize that right now with this really cool plastic organizer for kitchen appliances. What I did was peel the back paper off of the adhesive, and then I pressed the cord organizer to the back of my KitchenAid. I pressed it firmly to make sure it was adhered well to the KitchenAid, and then I took my cord and I wrapped it around this organizer. I wrapped it around a couple of times, and then at the end of the cord, I took it and I pressed it through the center clamp that held it in place. I'm really excited to have this cord organizer. It definitely needed to be tamed. And with this cord organizer, now it will stay where it belongs. I try and use all natural cleaning solutions as often as I can. So when I had this cutting board that was looking a little dirty, I thought, what can I use to clean off this cutting board? So what I did was I got some salt and I sprinkled it all over the surface of this cutting board. Then I took a lemon and I cut it in half and I rubbed it all over the salt and the cutting board. I pressed really hard over the stains with the lemon. The salt and lemon work together to naturally clean and disinfect a cutting board. Once I was done cleaning my cutting board, I took it over to the sink and I rinsed it off and then dried it with a towel. There's a big difference in the way it looked from before to now. Is it 100% perfect? No, but I know that it is very clean and sanitized. I know that the lemon and the salt disinfected this cutting board and it's ready to be used. I took the other half of this lemon and I decided I wanted to clean my stainless steel sink. So I rubbed that lemon all over the sink. Lemons are acidic and the acid in the lemons has a cleaning effect when it comes into contact with certain types of substances like grease and dirt. So when you use a lemon to clean a sink, the acid in the lemon can help break down and remove stains and grime, leaving your sink looking clean and fresh. I took my sprayer and I sprayed off all the lemon and look at how clean and shiny my sink looks. I didn't need to use any harsh abrasives or harsh chemicals to clean the sink. The other half of the lemon did an amazing job. So while we're on the lemon kick, let's move up to the faucet. Now my faucet can get hard water spots and stains on it. So I took my lemon and I rubbed it all over this faucet. I cleaned the front and the back and the sides of my faucet, and I also cleaned the sprayer with the lemon. Then I let it sit for a few minutes, and then I took a washcloth and I wiped off all of the lemon from my faucet. I am not kidding you when I say that this faucet has never looked so good. It is sparkling clean, and the acid in the lemon removed the water spots and stains. It's amazing to think the lemon alone cleaned this faucet to make it look brand new. So now that I have all of my segments of lemon, what I'm gonna do is put them down the drain. My mom used to do this growing up. She would save all the peels from the oranges and the lemons and the limes, and she would put them down into the garbage disposal. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put all of my lemon peels down the garbage disposal. But before I turn it on, I'm going to grab a handful of ice cubes and put those down in the garbage disposal as well. Once both of these things were in my garbage disposal, I turned it on. Putting the ice cubes in the garbage disposal can help sharpen the blades and remove any buildup or debris. By doing this, my garbage disposal blades are nice and sharp and it smells amazing. It smells like lemons. So if you're looking for a cheap, easy, natural cleaning solution, lemons are awesome. I use mesh organizers to store all kinds of different items. Shirts, pants, socks, a variety of different things. Well, in this drawer right here, I have some cloth napkins, and I want to store those better and keep them better organized so they don't get wrinkled. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a mesh organizer and I'm going to grab my cloth napkins. I'm going to fold my cloth napkins into thirds, and then I'm going to put them in the slots in these mesh organizers. This is a great way to store your napkins, your cloth napkins, because it will keep them upright, in place, and will prevent them from getting wrinkled. Plus, you can see where your napkins are, which ones you want to use. You can pull them out and put them back really easily. So once my napkins were in place, I grabbed my napkin rings. I have some gold hammered napkin rings, so I put those in the front portion of this mesh organizer. And then I have some more casual napkin rings that I put in there as well. This is such a great way to store these items because I can place them anywhere I want now. I can put them in a closet, I can put them back in my drawer, and everything will stay organized. During the summer here in Florida, it rains every single day about 4 or 5 o'clock, and so we have a lot of wet shoes. Well, my father-in-law sent me this next hack of how we can dry our shoes really easily. So what you're gonna need is a lint roller, and then you're going to thread your laces from your wet shoes through the lint roller and then tie it into a knot. Now you can take your shoes and put them inside of the dryer and have the lint roller hang on the outside of the dryer. Now your shoes can dry in the dryer. This is great if you have wet shoes or if you've just cleaned your shoes and you want them to dry off easily and not drip all over the place. So thank you, Gary, for sending me this hack. I love it. It works beautifully. I run a pretty clean household, but there are still some places that I miss or forget about. One of those places is around the edges on my stovetop. So what I'm gonna do is get a wooden skewer and a paper towel. I got my paper towel wet and I wiped it around the wooden skewer. Now I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna run it around the edge of my stovetop. You guys, I don't even have words. What I pull up it's just so gross. Like, I had no idea that that stuff was even there. I just kept cleaning this and I would move the paper towel around the wooden skewer so I had a fresh, clean spot. And I just continued to take this wooden skewer and run it all along the edge of this stovetop. You guys, is pulling up stuff that I didn't even know was there. Yikes. So if you look at your stove and you see some grime in the corners or along the edges, this is a great technique for deep cleaning. I'm happy I did this because now my stovetop is much cleaner than I thought. Another area in my home that gets dirty all the time is the microwave. And I'm gonna preface this by saying we do have one of those microwave covers to put over the plates when we microwave. However, it doesn't get used all the time. So we have splatters of food all over the microwave. It's dirty and I need to clean it on a regular basis. So what I do is I get a microwave safe container. I put some vinegar and water in this container, equal parts, 1 cup of each, and then I put it in my microwave. I set the microwave timer for 3 minutes. Once the time is up, I let this mixture sit in the microwave for about 5 minutes. The steam will start to release all of that grimy stuff all over your microwave. Once that time was up, I removed my vinegar and water mixture from the microwave, and then I got a cloth and I wiped down the microwave. All of these splatters came right off. I didn't have to scrub at all. It just easily wiped right off of the sides and the top of the microwave. This is also a fantastic cleaning solution because, again, it's all natural, so you're not putting in any harsh chemicals into an area where food is present. This vinegar and water solution does the job. It cleans the microwave beautifully. I get a lot of hard water buildup on my dishwasher on the front door. So every now and again, what I'll do is I'll take some vinegar. I get about a cup of it and I pour it into the center of the dishwasher. Then I run a cycle. You're gonna wanna make sure that the dishwasher is empty when you run this cycle, and the vinegar will clean the inside of the dishwasher. This is what the dishwasher looks like after it's done with the vinegar cycle. Is it perfect? No. Is it about 75% better? Yes. So if you have some mineral or water buildup in your dishwasher, run a cycle with a cup of vinegar. It will make a huge difference. In my fridge organization, I have some plastic turntables that I use for my condiments. Well, we are going to use these turntables in a different way today. I'm going to use it to organize my perfume and some lotion. So I got some perfumes out and my lotions, and I simply just place them on this turntable. Now, if I want to locate a specific perfume or lotion, all I have to do is turn this table around and select the item that I need. Another nice thing about this turntable is that it is really slender, so you can put it in your closet or on top of a counter in your bathroom and it won't take up too much space. I've used these Dollar Tree plate organizers in a variety of different ways over the years. I've used them, of course, to organize my plates, and I've used them to organize my cutting boards and my pot and pan lids. Well, today we're going to use them in another creative way. So what I took was my books. I have a whole bunch of really thin children's books, and I simply just placed them in between the slots on this plate organizer. Now it's going to be so much easier to locate the book that I'm looking for. This is also an easy way for children to be able to put back their books. Now you can take your books and put them on top of a shelf or inside of a closet. Another item that we can store inside the slats on our plate organizer are some frozen fruits and vegetables. Sometimes those bags that the frozen fruits and vegetables come in do not have a resealable top. So if you don't use the entire bag, it's open. I want it to be closed so it doesn't spill all over the freezer. So I took some more of those binder clips and I sealed the bags that were open, and then I placed them inside of our plate organizer rack. They will stay upright and keep the frozen goods from falling over and potentially spilling out all over my freezer. Once this was filled with my frozen fruits and veggies, I just put it right into the top portion of my freezer. It fit in there perfectly, and now my frozen goods are safely organized and upright. I try and keep my shower as organized as possible, but sometimes you have items that you just don't know where to hang, like the loofah. Sometimes you have to hang the loofah from the shower head or from the handle on the shower. It just kind of gets in the way. And also the squeegee to clean off the glass. Where do you put that? On the ground? Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna find these two pieces a home today. And we're gonna do it with some Walmart suction hooks. They came in a package of 2 and they were just a few dollars. They were very affordable. And all I need to do is press these up against the tile on my shower wall. Now I can organize my squeegees and my loofah. Hanging these items on these hooks will keep them up and out of the way, and both of these items can drip dry easily. I use purse organizers to store my purses, but what we're gonna do today is we're gonna use a purse organizer to help us store some extra towels. So what I did was I hung this purse organizer in my closet, and then I took a whole bunch of extra towels and I rolled them up, and then I put them in the slots that were meant for purses. This is such a fantastic way to store extra linens. If you have some extra bedding, some extra comforters, extra pillowcases, extra sheets, roll them up and put them inside of these purse organizers. I was able to fit 12 large towels inside this organizer, and I can keep it in my closet. If you had a closet in your bathroom, this would be a fantastic way to store extra towels. This is a great space saver because it's not going to take up space on your shelves. And the best part is you can see exactly where your towels are and how many you have. Do you ever get dust on your drapes or on some upholstered furniture and you're like, how do I clean this off? Well, I have a solution for you. What you're going to want to do is get a lint roller. A lint roller will remove this dust and debris easily. Simply roll the adhesive covered end over the furniture, lampshades, and other items to collect dust. This hack works especially well for fabrics, upholstery, and drapes. So the next time you're wondering, how should I clean that upholstered piece? Remember that a lint roller will do a great job. I use these scrubbing brushes from the Dollar Tree all over my house. I use them in the bathroom. I can use them to clean my floors, but mainly I use them to clean my dishes. Instead of just putting soap in the handle, we're gonna make a cleaning solution that's gonna work just a little bit better. So what I did was I took a 1/4 cup of dish soap and 1/2 a cup of vinegar. I put those two items in a bowl and mixed them together. And then I attempted to pour this cleaning solution into the handle and I spilled. It went all over the place. But that's okay because it's a cleaning mixture and so we can wipe that up. Once it was in the handle, now I can clean my dishes. The combination of the soap and the vinegar is amazing because it combines the grease cutting power of dish detergent with the acidic properties of vinegar. The dish soap helps to break down and remove dirt and grime, while the vinegar helps to dissolve tough stains and break down mineral deposits. Some of us have sensitive skin in our family, and so I try and use laundry detergent that is free from the perfumes and the dyes. And then also, when I use a fabric softener, it's hard to find one that is free of all those things. So instead, what I do is I take some vinegar and I put it in the fabric softener area in my washing machine. Vinegar, specifically white vinegar, works as a fabric softener because it can help break down any residue that may be on clothing or towels. Also, did you know that vinegar can remove any traces of that laundry detergent from the fabric during the washing cycle? If you're looking for an all-natural fabric softener, vinegar is a great solution. Here's another quick, easy storage hack using a tension rod. In my laundry room, I have all of my cleaning supplies in there. Most of them are in plastic bins, but sometimes I do want to keep a few out for easy access. So I took this tension rod and I sized it to the size that I needed to span the distance across this cabinet. I twisted it really tight so it would be firmly in place. And then I took my cleaning supplies and I hung them on this tension rod. This is a great place to hang your cleaning supplies that you use regularly because they are easily accessible. It also takes advantage of the upper space in your cabinet, so you still have storage space below. I am always looking for pretty storage solutions, something that is functional but looks beautiful. In the bathroom, I have these cute little plastic jars that I have put some cotton balls in and some Q-tips, and then I place them on top of a bamboo tray. Well, you can definitely use them in your bathroom, but we are also going to use them to store some office supplies. So I took some rubber bands and a whole bunch of staples. I also have some tacks and push pins that I put inside of these plastic containers. You can put things in here that you use on a regular basis and then put them on top of your desk or inside of a drawer. Also, because these containers are clear, you can see exactly what you're looking for. My washing machine needs to be cleaned, and I will be the first to admit that I do not clean it very often, because if your washing machine isn't clean, then your clothes and your towels and everything else are not going to be clean either. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these tablets. These are some deep cleaning washing machine tablets, and all I need to do is remove the tablet from the packaging and pop it into my washing machine. Now I'm going to set the cycle to clean washer. If you don't have that cycle, you can put it on a very hot cycle or heavy duty. I love that it cleans and deodorizes your washing machine because sometimes there's some funky smells that come out of the washing machine, and this will take those smells away. So check out how sparkling clean my washing machine is now. It looks amazing. It looks brand new. I love having silver pieces, but the downside to that is that they do oxidize. I have this knife that I love. I use it all the time. It's a cheese knife and it oxidizes very frequently. So to bring it back to its illustrious glory, what I use is this Wrights Silver Cream. I take it and I wipe it all over the knife. I scrub it really good on both sides and then on the handle. And once it's covered in this cream, I let it sit for about 5 minutes. And then I take it over to the sink and I rinse it off. This knife looks amazing. It looks brand new. I've also used this cream on a silver cake stand that I purchased at a thrift store. It was a mess when I bought it, but I just used this cream and now it looks brand new. So if you have a few pieces of silver that have oxidized, try this cream. It will restore them back to its former glory. One way that I keep my carpets and my rugs smelling fresh is by getting some baking soda and sprinkling that on these carpets and rugs. Once it's down, you can take your vacuum and vacuum it up. Sprinkling baking soda on the carpet and then vacuuming it up is a great way to deodorize and freshen up your carpet. Baking soda is a natural deodorizer that can help absorb and neutralize odors. It's also a cheap, easy, natural way to clean your carpets and rugs. Well, I hope you enjoyed these hacks today. Hopefully one of these hacks will work for you and help you to keep your home cleaner. If you like this video and want to see more like it, I would love to have you subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.